All right, we are live. Ask a $10,000 a month copywriter anything. If you are a new copywriter, if you're looking into building an online business, if you are wondering how to get started as a copywriter, now's the time. Ask away. We've been doing this for the past couple weeks now, and it's been fun. I've really been having a lot of fun with you guys. If you're like trying to figure out how to make money from your laptop, if you want to figure out how to make a full-time income from home, from wherever the world, if you want to be able to work and live and travel and have fun and make 10K a month, like this is the time to get all your questions answered. So if you've been curious about freelance copywriting and you haven't dove in yet, ask how to get started, and I'll tell you my story, and I'll tell you what's working with 500 students that I have right now, and after coaching over 75 people over the past year and a half. So if you don't know me, my name is Brandon Story, and for the past 6 years, I've been a freelance copywriter, primarily with email copywriting. And I have been able to, I went from working a 9 to 5 that I hate, working 12-hour days, and like seriously just stuck in the rat race, making mediocre pay and feeling trapped, to within 1 year, quitting my job, moving across the world to Thailand, getting my wife to quit her job, living overseas in Australia, Thailand, Vietnam, making more money than I've ever made. I hit $9,000 a month in my first year as a freelance copywriter. I got to literally, everything changed. 1 year, everything changed. We went from working 12 hours a day, both of us, working boring workplace, dull commute to work, hour drive to work, living in Vancouver, Canada, which is nice in the summer, but like it is gloomy all year long. Besides that, just rain and depression and just sadness, to 1 year later, like quitting my job, being free from my 9 to 5. I haven't been back to a 9 to 5 in 6 years, and it's been amazing. Getting to set my own schedule, wake up when I want, making more money than I've ever made, replacing mine and my wife's income, being able to fully provide for a family of 4. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old daughter now. I get to wake up when I want, play or work when I want. And it's all thanks to freelance copywriting. If you guys are wondering right now, is freelance copywriting a good idea to go into? What about AI? Is it wiping every copywriter out? Just, you can ask any question you want. Any question you want. I'll tell you my whole story if you want. I'll dive into any specific example. If you're looking at how to get started, if you are like, I got to get out of my 9 to 5, don't know what I'm going to do with university and what I'm going to get for a degree. If you're in high school even and you're like, man, I don't know what to do. Build a digital skill. Yes, Vin, this is actually live. Is this really live? Yeah, it's live. I'm literally sitting here right now. Marwan's Vibes says, hey, Brandon, how are you? What's up? Welcome. Vindicated. I thought it was Vindicated. Vindicated 11. Yes, this is really live. You can ask me any question about getting started as a freelance copywriter. Yeah, dude. Lol away. Let's go. This is live. Yeah. This is normally, and I just like, I've done this a few times in the past week. I just want to let you guys know, like, the questions you can ask me right here, right now, this is stuff I normally just reserve for one-on-one coaching for copywriting students that they pay me thousands of dollars for. So just keep this in mind. I normally charge thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching to answer these kinds of questions in like this kind of setting. You get me for free right now. And I'm not going to say I'm all that, but I'll just tell you what I've done. I'm not an A-list copywriter. I don't make millions of dollars a year. I don't have a Rolex. I have an Apple Watch. I'm trying to lose some weight right now and get fit. I'm not an A-list copywriter. I'm not the top guru in the world on copywriting. But what I can tell you is what I've done. And what I've done is I built a business in 1 year that got me to $9,000 a month, helped me quit my job, helped me replace my wife's income, got me to be able to live anywhere. We got to travel the world from Canada, Vancouver, Canada, to Sydney, Australia. We went up a camper van trip up the coast to Port Douglas. We then moved to Thailand. We lived in Chiang Mai, Thailand for 10 months. After that, we moved to Vietnam and lived in Da Nang, Vietnam. Then COVID started, and we're like, what are we going to do? And so we just flew back to Canada, right? We had a safety net of a business that lets me work and live wherever I want. Copywriting. I just need this laptop, which, by the way, I've been using a 2017 MacBook Air since the start. So like, you guys, you think you need to invest a lot of money into like technology and tools and all these things. Like, you can get started with a laptop and an internet connection. I would even argue you could probably start with just your smartphone, though it's going to be a lot harder. So like this thing, like anyone can do it. So ask away. If you have questions about like, if you're looking into like how to build your own online business, if you want to be able to do something from your laptop and make more money and live anywhere, like I'll tell you how to get started. Step 1 to 10, like easy. If you are already a new copywriter and you just want tips to get better as a copywriter, to actually turn this into a 10K a month skill, any questions you have about writing copy, learning copy faster, and getting good, which by the way, you need to be able to write good copy in order to make money from copywriting. Then ask away. Any questions on how to become a better copywriter? If you're at the stage where like your copy's good enough to land clients, but you're just like clueless on how to outreach. Should you be sending hundreds of cold emails a day? Should you be sending hundreds of cold DMs a day? Should you be clicking automation tools? Should you be like learning aggressive sales skills to get people on calls? Should you be building a portfolio or a website? The answer to all that, no, you don't need any of that. Should you be building a personal brand and posting content nonstop all day long to get clients? Absolutely not. All of those are myths. Do you need to present some crazy offer to somebody? If I 2 to 3x your revenue in 60 days, can we work together and I'll be your copywriter? You don't even need to do that. All of these things are crazy myths that people tell you that they're so unnecessary to land clients. So here we go. First question from Mofikul Islam. That is the coolest name. I've never heard that name. Mofikul. Sir, I don't have clients. What should I write? Okay, so first of all, that's 2 questions. I don't have clients. How do I get clients? I'm guessing you're asking. And what should I write? Okay, if you are brand new to copywriting, you're just getting started, here's what you're going to do first, and don't listen to anything else. Go start writing anything every day. Wake up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever. Open up Google Docs on your laptop. Go to docs.google.com. Open it up. Set a timer on your phone or just a regular old-fashioned timer for 30 minutes or 60 minutes. And what you're going to do for this 30 minutes or 60-minute sesh, this is the first exercise you need to do as a brand new copywriter. You need to do this every day. This is the first thing. This is the building blocks, the foundations to get good as a copywriter. You're going to open up that Google Doc, set a timer, and just write. Don't worry about copywriting. Don't worry about sales. Don't worry about trying to convince people and be persuasive. Just practice your general writing skill. You need to develop your writing muscle. Just like if you want to get super big arms, which I don't have clearly, and you want to get jacked, you're going to go to the gym every day and start doing bicep curls. It's the same idea as a freelance copywriter. If you want to convince business owners to pay you thousands of dollars a month, strangers on the internet, convince these guys to hand over thousands of dollars to you and you get wealthy, then you need to build your skill up. You actually need to develop a skill worth thousands of dollars. Step 1, build up your general writing skill and just start writing anything. Think of this like a diary or a journal or just like a free writing session. Just write out your thoughts and don't stress too much about it. Just write whatever comes to your mind. And if you aren't sure, if you're like clueless, I still don't know what to write, I don't have thoughts in my head. Okay, give yourself a basic prompt. Hey, what's your favorite memory as a child? What's your most embarrassing moment? What's your biggest dreams and aspirations in your life? And just start writing this every day. What's your goals? What's your why? Why are you even getting into copywriting? This is what I did as my first step as a brand new copywriter that got me to land my first client in 6 weeks, got me to quit my job in 3 months, first $5,000 a month, month 7, first $9,000 a month, month 12, and the most I made is $15,800. So yeah, I'm not a millionaire copywriter, A-list, whatever. I don't care. I make really good money now and way more than I used to make, and I get it done in just a few hours a day. So step 1, practice writing. Google Doc, 60 minutes, 30 minutes. The more you write, the merrier, and just free write. Just free write every single day, first thing in the morning, every day. This is what I did. This is what developed my writing skill. The more words, the merrier. Get your word count in, step 1. Step 2, start getting copywriting books and reading those every day. Learn about copywriting. Learn about consumer psychology. Start with Adweek Copywriting Handbook. Get cash advertising. Get copywriting secrets. Get the Boron letters. Get Ogilvy on Advertising by David Ogilvy. Go get the books and start reading them. Then go look at OG sales letters and ads and hand copy them. Go look up David Ogilvy's ads. Go look up Gary Halbert's sales letters and write them out by hand. Bring them up on your computer and literally word for word practice. You need to study good copy to become a good copywriter. After that, you want to niche down and specialize. Pick one target to go after, like we'll just say real estate agents, and pick one type of copy, we'll just say Facebook ads, and write Facebook ads for real estate agents every day. Practice those every day. How do you practice those specifically? Go look at ads for real estate agents online. Go to Facebook ad library, look at ad copy for real estate agents, and start swiping those and hand copying those, and then start coming up with your own. That's how you want to get started as a copywriter. And if you want to move even faster, you want to move the fastest, go buy a course and go invest in coaching. If you want to move the absolute fastest, follow the structured program. I have a course, there's other courses out there. I have coaching, there's other coaching out there. But if you want to move the fastest, get feedback on your copy from successful copywriters. Go follow structured programs to learn the skill from scratch. I have a 30-day copywriter course for $22. It will teach you how to write copy in 30 days to get good enough to land clients. Even if you're a beginner, it's only $22. You can click my link in bio anywhere you're watching from. There's a link in bio. It's $22. Same price as 2 large pizzas from Domino's. So it's super cheap, 365-day money-back guarantee. And if you want to move fastest, coaching. Go get successful copywriters to actually give you feedback on your writing and tell you what you're doing right and wrong. You're going to move the absolute quickest that way. So there you go. There's my spiel on how to get started as a copywriter. Like, there's all the things you got to do. And do this every day. Like, go build your skill, like 1, 2, 3 hours a day. Whatever you can put in, you're going to move the fastest if you do that. Okay. So before you even, don't bother about clients until you build up the skill first. Okay. That's step 1 to actually landing clients. Okay. Vindicated asks, what did you do when you started at $1,000 a month? What did you do to build momentum and increase your monthly income? So you're asking me, what did I do when I started at $1,000? Well, I didn't start at $1,000 a month. I started at 0, just like anybody here. I started with no skill, no clue about writing. I actually hated writing. High school made me hate writing. I'm not a lifelong writer. I didn't write in a journal or a diary or poetry or creative writing, or I hated academic writing. I didn't write between the ages of 18 from high school to all of a sudden 25 years old, 7 years later, I decided to go into copywriting. So anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. It's so simple. You just have to write at a 5th grade level. That's it, because that's how people read. Not at an academic crazy level writing. But what did I do? I started at 0, and I did all those things to learn copy from scratch. I invested $5,000 into courses and books in my first year as well. I invested into this like it's a real business, and it paid back very quickly. To build momentum, my first client, I landed them on Fiverr.com. I started on a freelance marketplace, super cheap, $15 blog post. That's how I started. I got my next client there, my next client there. I eventually went to Upwork. I eventually pulled people off those platforms. I've landed clients in person, Facebook groups, cold email outreach, inbounds, referrals, all the things you can imagine. Every kind of way you can land clients, I've done it. And I can tell you what the best strategies are today in 2025. But to hit my first $1,000 a month, it was several months of grinding away on SEO blog posts. When I went from $1,000 a month to $5,000, which was in a 1-month jump, it's actually when I started doing email copy, which is more direct response copy. I took a couple courses, invested like $2,000, $3,000, learned email as well, offered that. I got my first over $1,000 project for $1,100 welcome email series. So I wrote a series of 5 emails that go out automatically when someone signs up to a list. I wrote that. And then I also had my blog writing that I was doing for clients as well at that time. And then I landed another client on a Facebook group where I actually did a free audit up front and gave him all my advice on what he should do to improve his copy. We hopped on a call. I closed him for about $3,400-ish. So it was like $3,400 from this. It was actually website copy, but more direct response copy than blog posts. I had that. I had an email project and a couple blog posts. It got me to $5,000. The next month, I primarily just did email. It got me to $7,000. So what were the things I was doing? It was like, well, I specialized into primarily email and just did email, focused on outreach, and like started auditing people's work, giving people audits, telling them tips to improve. That built trust that I knew what I was talking about. Got on the call with people and started making a lot more money. The things to increase my momentum, I started getting clients quickly. Within my first 6 weeks, I was getting clients. So I was getting traction, experience, testimonials, client experience, confidence to go approach that guy, raising my rates, renegotiating, like all these things. It's all like, you just got to keep leveling up. You just got to keep growing and building your thing. And you can get there. You can get to full time within a few months. Like this isn't rocket science. And like, it's never been easier to do this. There's more information on how to do this than ever before. It's never been easier. Do I still do powering sessions from time to time at your stage? Not much. Pretty rarely will I like. I'll mainly just like write down my goals and stuff like that, and like if I just need to like. So here's a side benefit of doing power writing sessions besides improving your writing very quickly is it actually starts to bring you clarity in what you actually really want in life. Like you find you're like, man, what am I doing right now? You just go and brain dump all your thoughts into a Google Doc for 30 minutes. Like, what am I trying to do with my life right now? What am I trying to do with my goals in my life? And you're going to find that you're going to spring tons of clarity to your life. So I'll do this from time to time, maybe like every few months, where I'll just be like, I just need to think out my thoughts and write them out. But for the sake of like writing, I don't still do power writing sessions. Like I just write for clients, and I write for my own audience with my coaching stuff. So like I'm getting enough writing in to maintain my writing abilities, where I don't necessarily need the power writing sessions anymore. But you need to start with these to get good. And eventually, when you're doing power writing sessions, you get client number 1, client number 2, you're now at client number 3. Like if you're writing enough every day, you can drop the power writing sessions eventually, because like you're now ready for clients and it's about getting your word count in and building that muscle so you get good quick. Tips on niches to go into by Martin. Yeah. So people ask us all the time, what niche should I go into? What niche? There's money in every niche. Unless you're going to be going and like selling courses on how to like become a professional Mongolian throat singer, like there's going to be money in every niche you go into, most likely. So don't worry too much about like, is this a good niche for money, or is this like, those things matter to some degree, but pretty good odds there's going to be money. The best thing you can do in terms of like niche stuff and to make that choice is, what are you already interested in? What do you like talking about, reading about, which you'll probably also like writing about? If you can make your copy enjoyable as you're doing it, like it's no matter what, like this is a way better job than me doing roofing before and almost falling off and dying when I was working on roofs like this that are like icy in the winter in Canada and almost dying, and like, or working in a restaurant making like minimum wage. Don't get me wrong, what I'm doing now is like a billion times better, but it's still work. Like you're still writing stuff. So try to enjoy it. Try to pick something you actually like remotely are interested in writing about, and you're gonna like what you do better. You're gonna make more money because you're gonna write faster. So if you already like are into something, like, and you're interested in a particular, whether it's fitness or like a certain sport or finance, whatever the thing is, you're gonna have an advantage. The other thing to look at too is like, what are you already good at? Like, what are you already an expert in? Do you have a degree in a certain area? Do you have a certain hobby you've been doing for years that you're like better than most people? Like, what are you better at than like 90% of the world? What are you in the top 10% at? Which is probably more things than you think. What are you more knowledgeable about than 90% of people? What's your degree in? What work experience do you have? What hobbies did you have growing up that you're just like super into? Are you an artist? Are you into music? Are you into sports? Are you into fitness? Are you like a math genius? Like, where do you already have an advantage? Have you been working in real estate as doing whatever? Maybe you should go target real estate agents then. Like, are you super into budgeting? Maybe you should go after financial guys then. So if you have expertise in an area and you have interest in an area, and if those two things are combined, boom, you found your golden niche. That's what you should go after. Mofical says, where to research? Reddit, Amazon reviews, YouTube comments, or anywhere. Yeah, all of those places are great. If you're doing research for a brand and you are trying to like figure out like the audience pain points and desires and stuff like that, 100%, dude, go to Reddit. Reddit forums are amazing. Like, if, for instance, if I was going to go land a fitness coach client tomorrow and I had to write my first piece of copy for them, I'll write their first email. Like, one of the first places I'm going to go is Reddit or fitness. Like, I'm going to go to the fitness category right out of the gate. If they're a weight loss coach, I'm going to Reddit weight loss subreddits. Like, absolutely. And I'm going to dive in and just like, what are people's like biggest problems? As a copywriter, one of the best ways to research is just listen to people's complaints. Look for people's complaints. What do people complain about? And what do they complain about in your area? Because that's that's what's causing pain in their life. Well, guess what? That's how you're going to hook people in your copy. Hey, are you struggling with like confidence as a 40-year-old dude who's got a couple of kids, but you got a huge beer belly right now? When you go to the beach, you take off your shirt and you like see people staring at you. It's kind of embarrassing, but they're not staring at you because you're jacked. They're staring at you because you have a huge gut, because you've been drinking beer and not staying in shape, and you're not the same as you used to look when you're 20. Guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. Boom, you just open a piece of copy because you touched on somebody's pain point that you found out from a Reddit review. Oh, I just can't handle like the way, I don't get it. I've been eating the same, but somehow I'm like 30 pounds heavier than I was when I was 20. Like, what the heck do I do? Boom. Use that as an example to bring up the dream state when you start your copy. Problem, agitate, solution. That's a core copywriting framework, PAS. Introduce a problem, agitate it, present a solution. One of the easiest ways to write your copy. So Reddit's amazing for that. Amazon reviews are amazing for that. YouTube comments, yeah, absolutely. ChatGPT and Grok, go there too. Hey, what are the top pain points for my client is a men's fitness coach who helps dads lose weight who are in their 40s. Like, what would be their top pain points and desires and fears and all the things? And get ChatGPT or Grok to give you that. This is one way to incorporate AI as a copywriter into your workflow. People are scared of AI wiping out copywriters. They don't get it. AI is a technology. It's going to help people do things quicker, faster, and easier. So if you're a copywriter and you learn how to leverage AI, you aren't going to get wiped out. You're going to make more money by leveraging it. So, but my favorite place, Mofiqal, to research when I first land a client is to leverage the client you just landed. Go get your client. Go fill out a question. Go get them to fill out a questionnaire. Go get them to give you all their audience's pain points, their desires, their top competitors, what is like the best thing that's helped them sell their product, and like where clients come from. You want to start with your client. Get them to fill out a huge research questionnaire. This is something it's included in my course. I give you a whole walkthrough of like what to tell these people and ask them for help on how to actually give you feedback on who their audience is, their pain points, their products. Your research starts with your client. Get them to give you that. And then next step, go get an interview with your client. Go hop on a call, walk through some of those questions, go more in depth, and get their brand story. Why did you start this business? What's your story? What's your background? You're going to find out so much. Then go get all their marketing materials. Show me all the best performing sales pages, campaigns, ads, social media posts, whatever you have, whatever research, your ICP, your target persona, like any research you have a client, pass it to me, send it all to me. It starts there. That's where the first place you start. Then go look at competitors. Then go look at their reviews. Then go to Reddit and Amazon and all these other places. It starts with your client though. So Martin asks, how would you search for prospects with the Facebook ads for real estate agents? Yeah, so if I want to go find real estate agents and write them Facebook ads, and that's what I'm going to do, I'm going straight to Instagram 100%, and I'm typing in real estate agents. I'm going to go on, by the way, use your phone, not desktop. You'll get 20 results plus on phone on the Instagram app on here versus your laptop. I don't know why, but mobile is way easier to search for people. So go type in real estate agent. If you want to even start by like a specific area, these real estate agents typically are like, it's a local service. So like real estate agents in New York, real estate agents in LA, real estate agents in like Oklahoma or Florida. Like I would probably start my search with like real estate agent and then the area, because it's a local service. If it's an online program where like they can target anyone, then the location thing doesn't matter as much, but it'll help you refine your search better because these real estate agents are local to specific areas. So I would start there, go to Instagram, just search for them. And if guys have enough followers, at least 3,000 to 50,000, they clearly are real estate agents. They have testimonials, reviews, proof of money. Go check that they're running Facebook ads already. See if they're running active ads. That's great. They already are into running Facebook ads and they already invest in marketing. Then go pitch them. Best way to pitch them, approach them, like, comment, follow, DM them to start a conversation. Just start warming them up. Then once they reply to you, you're out of message request. Once you're in a message request, go to their website, go look at their ads again, and go tell them how to improve them. If you're the copywriter, these guys aren't the copywriter, they're the real estate agent. If you're the copywriter and you've been studying this crap for the past 30 days, every day, reading the books, writing the copy, power writing sessions, getting the courses and the coaching, you're going to get really good really quickly. You're going to be better than 95% of business owners within 30 days if you're actually studying the craft and practicing. So go tell him how to improve his hook, his body copy, his headline, his call to action, his creative. Like for ads, as a copywriter, you're going to be more dealing with not just the words, but also the creative. What's the word creative mean? It means like, what's the image or the video or the sound? Like it's actually like not usually just words, but like, how is this ad being presented? Is it a screenshot of the iPhone Notes app? That's kind of a new thing that's working pretty well. Is it a screenshot of a fake Google search? That's something that can work. Is it a reel of somebody just like walking and talking and you just give them the script? that works really well. So you want to be the guy who gives him a bunch of tips on how these things convert better, and then write him a couple ads and give him some ideas and send it off to him and say, hey, what do you think of this? And take it from there. What's the role of an ad copywriter, ad script, or ad copy, or both? It's all the same. It's all the same thing. Ad copywriter, ad scripts, ad copy. Yeah, if you're an ad copywriter, you would write the copy, all the copy for the ad. So you could write the copy. And depending on where you're running like ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, Google ads, the formatting of the ad and the amount of copy and the different places where copy is will be different. For instance, with Facebook and Instagram ads, your copy starts with Facebook and Instagram ads with like your actual static image that you're showing with the copy on the image. So let's just say it's like a iPhone Notes app, right? The copy is the words on that image. The copy starts there. Another type of copy would be like if you're posting a reel ad, which is a video ad in like the Instagram reel format. So just like a reel of like one thing that's common is just like that works really well. My best performing ad right now is one where it's literally just like a personal looking like Instagram reel of like me scanning the Kuala Lumpur skyline while I was there a few months ago. And I literally actually my wife filmed it. My wife filmed just like from the top of our hotel. It looks really cool and like luxurious and kind of special. There's no people in it. It's just her filming the skyline for like 10 seconds. And I just have copy overlaid on top, just like a regular social media post. And it's like, my ad's like, hey, like, what does it say? It's like, thinking of getting a second job in 2025? Don't. Instead, just like rewrite some emails for business owners and make $5,000 a month or something. So it's something like that. Like the hook is something like that. And that copy is just the text that's like on the caption, on overlaying this video that looks like a regular social media post. So that's one area where the copy would be is like the captions on a reel or a video ad. And then that's one part. Another part for the copy would be the primary text on Facebook and Instagram. So this would be like the description text, or like if you looked at an Instagram post, it'd be like the post, the whole post that's there, the description of that post. And so it's longer form copy usually. And then you have the headline text. So there's different areas of where you can put the copy with like an Instagram or Google ad, Instagram or Facebook ad. Google, on the other hand, there's like a few places you'd insert the copy on that. So it completely depends on where, like you could be the person writing the script for the ad and it's just a dude like face style talking like this with like maybe some subtitles. You could be the one writing the script and that's the copy for the ad. So the ads come in all shapes and sizes. So as an ad copywriter, I would suggest figure out how to write all the stuff depending on what kind of format they're using. Prime asks, are there some freelance copywriters who make up to 50 to 100K? So 50 to 500K per month, is it possible? And in what way? I mean, that can't be achieved with only 3 emails. It's very rare for a single freelance copywriter to be making over like $20,000 to $50,000. Like it's not impossible. They're just like the top 0.001% who would be making like over 50K a month as a solo freelance copywriter on their own. It's possible and you can make a lot of money, but like it is pretty unlikely to be making that much like even like in doing this for years. So I'll just be like, somebody who says, yeah, I make 50K a month copywriting, it's like, I would be first skeptical. It's not impossible, but I would be skeptical at first. If someone says, I'll make 50K a month as a freelancer copywriting, here's what I do. The way that's most possible is through an agency model. So if you as a freelance copywriter, you get to like 10K a month plus, and you're like, you know what, I want to scale this even further, and I'm willing to hire people to make it happen and build a team of copywriters and take on a ton of client work and get a cut of everyone's stuff. Yeah, you can get to like 20, 30, 50K a month. Getting to 100K a month, even though with an agency model, that's pretty it's pretty unlikely. Like you're going to be one of the top dogs doing that. So what is realistic though? I will tell you what's realistic, that like there's lots of copywriters who are making $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $12,000 a month. I personally make over 10K a month as a copywriter. my best month ever is $15,800. So like, I'm not a millionaire copywriter, but like I'm making damn good money and like way more than I used to make. By the way, my neighbor's just cutting down trees right now, so you guys hear chainsaws in the background. That's where the noise is now. But yeah, what is normal though, what you can expect as a copywriter, if you're a solo copywriter doing freelance, like you can make $5,000, $10,000 per month, no problem. And do that with just emails, just working on your own time with like 2 to 5 clients a month. Like that's simple. To get to that next level, you got to go agency model or build another business that's much more scalable. It's hard to hit like that level. It's very, very hard as like a solo service provider. It's just the way it is. But like, man, go worry about step 1 first. Go get to 5-10K a month as a freelance copywriter. And then there, if you want to scale later or start a new business 2.0, be my guest. But do that first. Ryan K, what's up, brother? Dude, you're coming on. That's awesome. Kevin, when a client is asking for an email funnel, what is the best to pitch? A welcome series, nurture series, etc. It depends what they need. Like, go look at their business. You, as the copywriter, you should be able to look at what they have and tell them where the gaps are. One of the best ways I've gotten my foot in the door with clients has been first auditing what they currently have, taking a look, and don't wait to ask them this. Go do this ahead of time before you even pitch them. Go look at their emails and see, okay, like, where's their sign-up form? How good is the copy on the sign-up form on their website? Like, what's the incentive? They're telling people join my newsletter. That should be better. Start auditing even from like their sign-up form. Start auditing even from their Instagram bio. Is there a link in bio to their newsletter or to a lead magnet or to at least a low ticket, like, $20 to $50 product to start capturing leads? Like, is there lead generation happening? Is there emails being captured from social, from ads, from other places, from their website to actually have this list growing? That's step 1. Step 2, how's their sign up form on their site? How's the copy? How's the placement? Is it above the fold? Are they asking for something like an incentive or not? Is there a lead magnet or not? Start there. Then go sign up to the list. Go sign up to the email list. Is there a welcome email? Sweet, there's a welcome email. Wait a couple days. Any more emails? No? Okay, step 1, number 1 most important series to write as a copywriter, a welcome email series. If somebody doesn't have a welcome email series set up yet, that is recommendation number 1, always, is get this thing set up. You need to talk to the people who are the hottest leads who just came into your business and are like, literally, like, you're just leaving them in the dust. This is crazy. When someone first signs up to an email list, it's like they're interested right now. Not 3 days ago, not 6 weeks from now. If you delay and you wait, you miss your moment of opportunity. So you need to strike while the iron's hot and start talking to those people right away through an email series. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Common to see a 5-day welcome email series go out. So if they don't have a welcome email series, that's step 1. Step 2, okay, post-purchase series. Do they have an email that goes out when someone buys any of their products? No? Then that's number 2. Set that up next. You want to treat your buyers good. You need to talk to people who give you money. You want to know the easiest way to make money? Ask people who've already given you money to give you more money. But how can you do that if you don't talk to them? So once someone purchases a product, they need an automated email go out saying, hey, thank you for your purchase. Really appreciate it. XYZ, here's the details of your order or your whatever you signed up for. And then you can have a series of emails that go out after that. Hey, here's what to accept with your new product. Like, here's the core benefits. Resell people on the product. This is going to reduce refunds. This is going to get people more hyped on the product. This is going to increase retention. This is going to increase satisfaction. And it's going to lead to more people actually using the product, which means more reviews, referrals, retention. Post-purchase email series is number 2. Number 3, this is if you're in e-commerce, email marketing, e-commerce, email copy, abandon checkout. This one, I would even argue, like, you should set up immediately. Like, you need it instantly. When someone takes your product all the way to checkout, right? They've looked on your website, they've clicked on a product page, they've added that product to cart, they've gone to the cart, they've gone to the checkout, and the final move is they just need to click purchase. But they didn't, but they got all the way there. They've shown the most buyer's intent. You need to talk to those people the most. And when people take an action, you need to react and be proactive as the copywriter to set these things up. So someone gets to checkout, you need an email going out within like a couple hours ideally. Hey, like, you left this thing, like, you can say this stuff. People say, don't say that, it's overused. You know what? Overused tends to work a lot. Hey, you left this in the cart, you still want it? Hey, you didn't complete your purchase. hey, finish checking out here. Like, just remind somebody, hey, you went all the way here. Was this an error for you leaving the page? Hey, did you forget this? XYZ. Or just like a reminder, hey, like, I see you went to checkout and left. Like, literally just tell people what they did. And you're going to get more sales. There's another series you need to go into. Just worry about those three at start. I'm not going to overwhelm you with every single email automation you should have, but welcome email series, post-purchase series, abandoned checkout series. Get those started, and sorry, my eyes are watering. Been staring at screens. Gotta go eat some food. Okay. Next question is Marwan's Vibes. You guys' names are just so unique lately. We want courses from zero to hero. How to get client by best outreach method. I don't know what you're asking right now. Are you just saying you want to buy a course that like takes you from zero to hero as a copywriter? If you are, I have a 30-day copywriter course. It teaches you how to write copy from scratch, even as a beginner. Even a fifth grader could follow it, and it's $22. You can get it at my link in bio. If you want more help with outreach, I have a flagship copywriting course that's a few $100s that teaches you copy, landing clients, managing clients, scaling to 6 figures. The most help I can offer is through one-on-one coaching. If that's what you're asking about, that's just a quick overview. But if that's not what you're asking, maybe reframe your question. Yo, what's up, Jarez? Also, sorry I'm saying your name wrong. What's up, brother? Yeah, 100%. My pleasure reviewing your copy, man. You did a solid job. That audit was really detailed. Okay, so your daily routine, how do you work for long hours without distraction? Good question. Distractions. Get rid of your distractions. That's step one. If something's distracting you, you got to ask yourself, if you're not doing the thing that you should be doing, what are you doing? What are the things you're doing? Are you scrolling TikTok? Are you binging YouTube thinking you're growing your business? Like, I'm maybe shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but like, get off of YouTube sometimes. Get off of you can watch videos and consume, and it's important to learn daily. But like, there's a point where you've learned enough and you just need to start doing things. What are you getting distracted by? Video games on your phone, on your PS, whatever, like Xbox? Like, what are the things that are distracting you? Friends, bad influences? Are you watching Netflix? Like, whatever is distracting you, is your home distracting you? Is there a chainsaw in the background? Can you guys hear that? My neighbor's cutting down trees. Whatever is distracting you, eliminate it ruthlessly, however you can. If it's hard to work at home and get copy work done at home, go to a library, go to your school, go to university, library, which just sneak in wherever you can that has internet access. Go to a coffee shop, go to a co-working space, and go work there if it's distracting at home. If it's distracting having other people in the home make noises, go wake up earlier than everybody and wake up early and do your copy work. Right? Before everybody's awake, there's no distractions. Whatever your distractions are, look at your life right now and say, what is distracting me? What am I doing if I'm not working my thing? Okay, now get rid of it. And now fill in the gaps. Well, sometimes the reason for distraction is you just don't care enough. You don't want it enough. And you just don't have a strong enough why. If you really want to do something, you're going to do it. Like discipline, Andrew Tate says, like, motivation isn't real. It's just about discipline or something. It's like, no, it's not actually. Discipline isn't even real. That's a symptom of actually having a strong why as to why you want to do something. You get disciplined when you really have a strong why, while you have a purpose in doing this. Dude, why did I wake up at 5, 6 a.m. to write copy before my 12-hour day job when I was brand new? Because I hated working at my day job, because I hated seeing my wife go to work, because I hated working, driving a 1-hour commute and living in Vancouver in the rain and being like sad and mediocre pay and like not being able to travel and feeling trapped. This is why I did it. I hated being in a situation and I was fed up. So you know what I did? My life's hard right now. Well, I'm going to temporarily make it a little bit harder by waking up early. But this waking up early and writing copy and doing the thing and like going through courses, it's going to get me my dream life. And it's going to make things a lot better sooner than later. So I'm going to do this work. I'm going to wake up early. I don't want to wake up. My eyes are stinging because I was up till 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. going through that other podcast or course or whatever. But I'm going to wake up at 5, 6 a.m. because I really want to change my life and like have a better life, make more money, and have more freedom through copywriting. So I did it. I was disciplined. There was distractions. Okay, Netflix is gone. Video games are gone for a season. Hanging out and partying with friends on the weekend, that's gone. Like, just figure out what do you really want in life and why you're actually doing this. It's going to get a lot easier to cut things out too. Like you'll just start cutting things out and it won't matter anymore when you really, really want this. No, some people have email lists but no welcome email, then they have a problem and they're crazy because the welcome email has a 4 times higher open rate than the average email because it's the first email in the series. People are the hottest leads when they first join your email list. So you got to talk to them. If they don't have a welcome email, then clearly you got to present a welcome email as your first project. I've noticed a few businesses I've reached out to have email lists but no welcome email. How would you address it? So I'll say this, they have an email list, so that's a good sign. Don't go after people who don't have an email list if you're an email copywriter. You don't want to have to convince them that they should be doing email. But make sure these guys are actually sending emails before you even try to approach them. Like if they don't have a welcome email, that's one thing. But if you wait a week and you're on their list and they don't send any emails, that's not a great sign. Like you could still go after them. But what I would do to reach out to them is to audit their website, audit their emails, audit whatever has to do with email marketing, email copy, give them all these tips, and then write them a welcome email from scratch and send it to them and say, hey, what do you think of this? I noticed you didn't have one and it's really important you have one. Give them the stats. 83% open rate. That is the average open rate of a welcome email. Go look it up. It's on Get Response Data 2025. This is 4 times the average, which the average email is 20% open rate. The welcome email has 4 times as many opens. So this is really, really important. Like people are crazy if they don't have one. So tell them you need to have this. And here's a welcome email from scratch. It's Monkey GT. What's up, brother? When are you going live? Everyone liked the stream. Can I get a shout out? Yes, it's Monkey GT. There's your shout out. I'm probably late to this because you're here 10 minutes ago, but Hezron says pure content. Thank you. That's what we're here for. I'll also notice some coaches. Yeah, okay, so Be and Hustle, some coaches aren't sending emails. I tell them about it, but they never said a word back. I follow up with them. If somebody does not have an email list and they don't send emails, honestly, don't even bother. Don't bother. If you're as an email copywriter, you only want to target guys who actually believe in email, who actually already have email set up. You don't want to have to be the guy to convince them that they need to do email and that they should hire you. You just want to be the guy to convince them that they should hire you. The best business owner to go after as an email copywriter in particular is somebody who's making ideally 50 to 100K in revenue per month, $50 to $100,000 in revenue per month. They have enough money. They already have email set up. There's a sign-up form and they send emails, but maybe not regularly enough. Okay? They believe in email. They know they should be doing email more, but they're probably working 12-hour days and they just haven't had anybody to trust to take email off their plate. And they know they should be doing it more, but they just haven't done it yet because they haven't had the time or had somebody to trust to delegate. That's where you come in. That's the perfect client to go after because they have the need already. You don't need to convince them too hard they should do email. You just need to convince them that you're the guy who knows how to get them results. And you show up in the front door, give them some audits, give them a free sample, and tell them you can do the work for them and do a good job. And then go make it happen. And then actually get them results. And they're going to keep you around and start paying you money for a long time. Because they got enough to go around too, $50,000 to $100,000 a month. That's how you can make $2, $3, $4, $5. I've made up to $8,300 a month from one client. It's because when you go after guys who have enough money and they already have the need, boom, you're in the money too. Like this isn't hard to do this stuff. You just got to go after the right guys and make sure they have actually emails sent out. So like they should believe in email to some degree already. Stop targeting people who don't have emails set up at all. It's just going to be an uphill battle. You can do it. It's just you're going to spend more time frustrated than you need to be. I'm loving this now. Great. I'm loving this too. I think I got to head out soon because I'm getting hungry for dinner. Kevin says, should you ask for payment upfront for any work like 50%? You can. It's up to you. I did in my first year. I did for my first few projects that were like above $1,000 projects. Like if it's $500, like, do you really need to ask for $250 up front? Like really? Like when you're new, when I was new, I did. I asked for 50% up front when the project was over $1,000. I just did. And here's the thing. I only had one time ever where a client ever tried to not pay me my remaining 50%. Of 6.5 years of writing copy, only one client has ever tried to not pay me. There's been clients who have been late on payments every now and then, but like one guy ever just tried to not pay me my final 50%, which was crazy. It was a crazy situation. I think they just ran out of money or something bad happened. But here's the thing, like, if you want to like build your career as a copywriter, don't worry about 50% up front. Just go get any client. Free, cheap, doesn't matter. Like when you're brand new, just focus on building a case study before anything. Focus on getting results first. And then at that point, like business owners, like they'll pay you the money. Like I would rather you almost ask for just all of it up front than even 50%. For some reason, when I think about the idea of like going to a business owner and the project is $1,000, saying, okay, pay me $500 up front, it almost feels like I don't even know my own worth when I'm going after them. So I'd rather you almost just go work for people for free or for cheap, just get results. And once you have a juicy result proving you can get people revenue with your copy and actually produce sales, go for the money, go get a $1,000 project and either ask for it up front or ask for it at the end of the project. I lean on saying go ask for it at the end of the project though. Just like, don't be in need and trust people. I don't even do contracts anymore. I haven't done contracts in years. You start to see who you can trust and stuff like that. So, yeah, 50% up front, 50% after is stuff. It's up to you, but I just wouldn't care for it. I would just charge the whole thing at the end in most cases, if I'm going to do that. Ryan, create the environment for focus. Yeah, 100%. Get rid of distractions. Kill the distractions, and you're going to focus easier. Sometimes the biggest problem for focus is just like, it's not that you can't focus, it's that there's too many things that are just there. You need to get rid of. So just get rid of those things. Rigton. Hopefully this isn't a dumb question. There's no dumb questions. Just ask away. If you guys have any questions, I'm here answering your questions. I'm maybe going to sign off in like 5-10 minutes though, because I'm getting hungry. And I'm in like a calorie deficit right now trying to lose weight, and it's working, but it makes me more hungry. No dumb questions. I've been writing copy for 6 years, 6-figure copywriter, make 10K a month. If you're wondering if you're interested in getting started as a copywriter, you are just curious about what copywriting is, how it works, how you make money with it. Any questions on that? Any questions on getting started? Any questions on learning how to write better copy? Any questions on landing your first client and how that works? That's a tough one for a lot of people, beginners. I got plenty of tips. How to take one client and turn it into 2, 3, 4 clients. How to scale to 6 figures per year, and how to scale back to working just a few hours a day. Any questions you have, I've been doing this. This is my jam. I've coached over 75 guys. I have 500 students in my course, and I'm here to answer your questions, which I would normally charge thousands of dollars for answering these types of questions with one-on-one coaching. You get me for free. So ask away. Don't be shy. There's no dumb questions. So Rigton, I reach out to e-com companies in DMs. I know some of these companies have automated messages saying there are no representatives available. Do I wait? In the DMs, they're saying there's no representatives available, or are you talking about when you're on their like chat bots and live chat on their website? Because if you're talking about their website, then that's one thing. But just go into the DMs. And what I'll say this about e-com companies in particular, when you're reaching out, go after the brand accounts and follow them, like them, comment on a post, and DM them, and wait for their reply. Even if you get an automated reply, I would still say it's a green light to go and pitch them and send them out an audited sample to try to land them. Because at least there's a better chance that you're out of message requests. If it's a clear automated message, I would still go for it, but I would send that audited sample and just follow up a little bit more. What you're gonna find with e-com companies when outreaching to those guys in particular with Instagram, you're probably gonna have to reach out to the brand account, but then you wanna find the actual decision maker's social media account. So one way to do this is go to LinkedIn, ideally. Ideally, they show the brand on LinkedIn and look at who works there. LinkedIn will often show employees or the team members of the company. Go look who works there, look for the CEO or the founder or the head of marketing. Go find his name, go back to Instagram, find that guy on social media, on Instagram, and then go get that guy and go DM him the same thing. And start your conversation with, hey, just following up on our conversation with brand name, like your business on your other social media, just following up about this, whatever, like, because I didn't hear back from you over there. And then leave with that and send off your sniper bomb to him with the audience sample. Yeah, man, I got to get more broccoli in me. I actually had quite a bit earlier. Some spaghetti. Spaghetti, 2 cups of broccoli. I'm definitely hitting the broccoli up again. Okay. Much love, Brandon. I've been very happy with your premium teach. Thank you. I appreciate it. Abdul, so keep the questions coming. I'm probably hopping off in 5 minutes. What would your advice be for a non-native English, and what would be their English level? I think the top English level is like a C3 English or whatever. I don't exactly remember, but if you're non-native English, I'll just say this. It's an uphill battle, and it's going to be harder for you than it would be for somebody who's native English if you're trying to go land native English clients. It's just the reality, and you have to face that fact. But I know so many copywriters who are not native English who have crushed it and are making such good money. 10K a month, that's no problem. What you have to do is you have to build your English skills up and your copy skills up. And depending on where you're at, it's going to depend on how long it's going to take you to start landing English speaking clients. If your copy, like, you need your copy to sound like it's coming from a native English speaker. Like it just needs to sound like that. At the very least, you should be fluent. And so your level of fluency, I think like C1 or C3 or whatever is probably, I don't know off the top of my head, but I think it's roughly around there where it's like you're going to start to be all right. Here's a couple tips though. Like if your English just isn't there yet, work on your copy skills and start landing clients in your native language in your local region. Obviously, I'm sure in a lot of people's scenarios who are non-native English speakers going after native English speakers, you probably are thinking, well, where I live, this is often the case, there isn't much money here. Like I live in a third world or second world country, or we're just more poor than like the US or Canada or UK or Australia. That's fine, and I understand that. But do what you can, get any kind of client experience, even if it's free or cheap. Remember, you just need to make sure you're getting better and leveling up as a copywriter. If you can land a cheap client or a free client in your local neighborhood in your own native language, go do it. Go build the case study and get the results. That will help you land that native English client way better if you can actually show, even if it's in a different language, just to have proof of results. Go do it. And if you can get some pay in the process, even if it's not much, better than nothing. If your English isn't there yet, do that and start landing clients in your native language and build up your English skills simultaneously. I'm not an English teacher. I'm not an English coach. That's not what I do. But here's just a couple tips. Go get an English teacher. Go hire somebody. Go through an English course or program. Go get your English skills to the highest level you can and never stop learning English. Like go until you are basically sound fluent or almost native when you write. Remember, it's okay if you have this a strong accent or whatever. The thing that matters most is your writing, your written word. You can't hear an accent through the written word, so don't worry about it too much. The thing that matters most to business owners is your copy on the page. It converts and you sound fluent. So if you're not native English, go hire an English teacher, go through an English program, keep leveling up with your English skills. Dude, go talk to English people all day long, every day. My wife actually used to teach English through, I forget the website, but there's literally like pretty affordable like English where you can talk with native English speakers and get like trained on your English like this, like a face-to-face call. There's one called VIP Kid, but I think it's a little more expensive. What's it called? Cambly? No, is that what I don't know. Look it up. You could go like talk face-to-face with, try to speak with native English speakers as much as you can. In the day-to-day, if you got to move to somewhere where everybody's speaking native English, like that's going to be your fast track. Go hire an English teacher. Go get an English coach. Go get English programs and go level up. Go read everything in English all day long. Internet, all of your computer, everything on your phone, put it all in English. Only watch YouTube, Netflix, whatever you're going to watch, all in English. Just basically inundate yourself with English as much as you possibly can, and you're going to get there faster. So, and in the meantime, go get hired by clients in your native tongue in the process until you're writing good enough. And a couple tips when you are writing copy and you are trying to land that client and your English just isn't there yet, make sure you're doing a good job in the editing process. You need to put a bit more effort into that editing process. So what I mean by that is once you've written your draft of copy, actually write it. Don't use AI to click a button and write your copy for you. You write the copy. You write the draft. And after the draft, you're going to go through, and what you're going to do is you're first going to read this thing out loud in English. Does it sound normal to you when you read this thing out loud? Speak it out loud. This is whether you're native English or non-native English, doesn't matter. You should always speak your copy out loud after you write your draft. Type it out, write it out, whatever you're going to do, and then actually speak it out loud. If you stumble, if there's awkward phrasing, if you start tripping over your words, probably you have to adjust your copy and it's awkward sounding when someone reads it silently. So read your copy out loud after. Second, do spell check. Like Google Docs, click spell check, check the spelling, make sure nothing's screwed up. Grammarly, get the free plugin. You don't have to pay if you don't want. Get the free plugin. Click Grammarly. Make sure it's gonna try to adjust your like just listen to most of what Grammarly says, but don't always take everything it says because it'll try to change your You don't have to have perfect grammar, but your grammar does need to be good enough. So use Grammarly's free plugin still. Just use it. And then after that, dude, go to ChatGPT and Grok and just listen carefully what I'm about to say about AI. As a new copywriter, AI can help you as a copywriter. AI will help you make more money as a copywriter. AI will not wipe out copywriters. That's not what's going to happen. AI is a tool and a technology to leverage to make more money as a copywriter. Just like pre-internet days, copywriters, the guys who learned the internet when the internet came on scene, made more money than the pre-internet guys. It's the same thing with AI. But I'm going to caution you, do not click a button to get AI to write your copy and then you try to come in there and be the copywriter to tweak it and optimize. Write the copy from scratch yourself. And then, this is a tip to get your copy to sound more native English. Go to Grok. Grok's really good now. Or ChatGPT. Plug in your copy and get them to proofread it specifically to make it sound native English. But don't, I'm going to say this right now, don't just say, make this sound more native English and just take what it gives you and plug it in. Tell it to give you a line-by-line breakdown of how to make it sound more native English, how to get rid of any awkwardness and punctuation issues and spelling and grammar issues and whatever. Get it to give you a line-by-line breakdown for where you're sounding awkward and not native English. The reason you want to do that is because you don't want the AI to just do the thing for you and you don't learn in the process. You want to learn from what the AI is saying, line by line. So it'll say like, hey, your first line here, it sounds really weird and awkward. Here's a suggestion on how you can change it. Turn it into this. Oh, this seventh sentence, awkward. Say this instead. Give it a line-by-line breakdown. You're going to learn way faster that way. So anyways, that's what I would do if I was a non-native English speaker and I had to go try to figure out how to make money from the West who has a ton of money and go attract English clients. You're going to make way more money if you figure that out. Okay, is it actually possible for some coaches to be making money with newsletters only? And the one who is actually doing the newsletter, some of their emails end up in promotional tab. So you're asking, is it possible for people who have a coaching business to just be making money from their newsletter and no other marketing? If that's what you're asking, then that's extremely rare. Now, don't get me wrong, there are newsletter first businesses. Beehive is at the forefront of this right now, actually, where people literally just like their newsletter is a moneymaker. They make money by having a ton of people on their list. They create content. They're not coaching though, they're writing the content, and they get a big enough email list where they attract sponsors and businesses who want to advertise, and they make money like that just through their newsletter. That doesn't sound like it's what you're talking about though. If you're talking about somebody who's coaching, can they just make money with newsletters? Probably not. Pretty good odds they're also going to be on organic social media. They're going to probably be showing up in Google, or they're going to have YouTube, or they're going to have paid ads. Like they're going to have other traffic mechanisms and marketing and copy pulling people into their newsletter. Can they make a lot of money from their email newsletter? Absolutely. How can you explain that to them is your next question. Here's an easy way to explain that, why people should be doing email to a business owner. How about it has the highest ROI of any marketing channel at 36-1. How about this explanation? If I'm talking to any business owner and they're like, well, I just don't know about email yet, I'll be like, do you like money? Because if you like making money, you better like email, because it is the biggest return you're going to get on every dollar you put in, more than organic social media, more than SEO, more than paid ads. Of any marketing channel you can do online, email gives you the biggest return. The stats are out there. Go look it up right now if you want. You can go to Google, type in Statista, ROI of email marketing, and it's going to tell you 36-1 is the average. Some industries are getting like 45-1. 36-1. You know what this means? And this is what I would tell a business owner. For every $1,000 you invest into your email strategy, into sending emails more, and to making them good, for every $1,000 you invest, you're going to make an average back of 36,000. Imagine getting a 3,600% return from the stock market in a year. People invest in the stock market all day long, and like you put $1,000 in, you're going to get a 10% return on average, and your $1,000 turns into $1,100. Pretty good, right? Yeah, not bad. Now imagine this. Imagine you put $1,000 into the stock market and it gave you $36,000 back the next year. You would be like you'd be the new Warren Buffett. You'd be like the most genius. Oh, and it just keeps happening, and your $36,000 turns into whatever that times 3,600 is. The people will be going bonkers. You'd be the most famous person in the world if you could figure out the stock market that way. Well, guess what? You have a way to figure out how to get a 3,600% return nonstop, over and over and over again, by just sending emails with decent copy. This is what business owners need to hear that they have no clue about. They think organic social media is the woo-woo, rah-rah, best thing in the world, paid ads, all these things. Email has the best, proven statistically, that you will get the most return on your money. The second thing you can explain to them, if they're like, I don't know about emails and newsletters, like, I'm not too sure. Okay, how about this? The average business who does email gets about 20% of their revenue from email. Let me say that again. The average business who does email gets about 20% of their revenue overall from email. Some businesses get like 40, 50%. Why is this important? This means if a business owner, I see that they're not doing email or barely leveraging it, but they're making $100,000 a month in revenue total in their business, but they're not leveraging email yet. Holy crap. That means they have a $100,000 business, no email, there's 20% being left on the table. What does that equal to? That equals to they're probably leaving about $20,000 of free money on the table every single month by not doing email. Over the course of a year, that's $240,000. I would say, do you like having $240,000 of free money in your business and in your bank account and in your pocket? Because if so, we should probably start sending some emails, because that's what you're looking at if you start doing them. Like, you just got to know those two stats and you're good to go. There's a bunch more email stats that are just like so juicy, but like, man, just memorize this stuff and you're going to crush it. Like, just as an email copywriter, if you're going to go into email specifically, go memorize some of these stats. Go learn, go become a student of email. And it's going to get so easy to land clients. It's going to get so easy. You just got to show you're the expert. You can help people. And there's the money. There's the proof, right? Apply what you learn about copywriting to landing clients, right? Features and benefits. The feature is, I'm going to write your emails for you. The benefit is, you're going to get a 36-to-1 ROI from your email. The feature is, I'm going to write your weekly emails. What does that mean? Who cares? What's so what? Why would I want you to know? The benefit is, you're going to make an extra 20% of revenue on top of your 100,000. There's an extra 20K a month. Oh, okay. You need to tell people why, right? This is how this stuff works. Okay, next question. Toomey Low. Toomey, what's up? We recently came across your content and I've started reading the Adweek book. As a complete beginner, do you have any other tips or advice for me? I got so much, man. Ask me any specific questions. You got to get specific. Yes, read Adweek Copywriting Handbook every single day. Go start doing power writing sessions where you just write in a Google Doc for 30 to 60 minutes about whatever, every day in the morning, first thing in the morning, and just crush it and just free write. Build your general writing muscle up. For this exercise, don't worry about copy or persuasion or consumer psychology. Just write and just get your daily reps in. Read the books. Some other books you can start reading after Adweek: Cash Advertising, Copywriting Secrets, Boron Letters, Ogilvy on Advertising, Influence. Go get all those books. Read them every day. Power writing sessions every day. Hand copy sales letters. Go look up Gary Halbert sales letters into Google. Just go start finding OG sales letters. I got a free swipe file if you guys want. You can just DM me to give you the swipe file. I got 73 classic sales letters and ads that have generated over $2 billion in revenue. If you want to practice your copy, really, really good way to do that. Write out winning copy by hand. Word for word, don't try to change it. Just literally write the exact words that have sold hundreds of millions, sometimes billions, and you're going to get better automatically. Your copy's going to improve automatically. So there's a couple of pieces of advice you can do. Just start doing that. Bean Hustle, love you more, Brandon. I appreciate your kind answer. My pleasure, guys. I'm so happy to help you right now. This is so fun for me. I am gonna head out pretty soon here, probably in like 2 minutes though. So any final questions, ask them now. How to get started, anything you want to know about copywriting in general, anything about email, copywriting, ads, landing pages, how I've made this money, what you have to like pricing, packaging, how to land clients, how to get your first client, how to get your third, how do you scale to 6 figures, whatever questions you have, it's now or never. I'm leaving in 2 minutes. Kevin, is it okay to still use M dashes even though AI copy uses them nowadays? This is a funny question. And this is something that bothers me because I like using M dashes in my copy. And you know what I've done since AI, basically the easiest way to tell AI copy now is like, there's probably going to be like 5 M dashes in it and like 16 emojis. If you have 5 M dashes and 16 emojis in your copy, pretty good odds you used AI. And if you didn't, then like pretty good odds someone's going to think it's AI. I have personally just found myself like, yes, you can still use M dashes if you want. Like feel free to use them. I have just personally found myself actively, intentionally using them less because I don't want to sound like I'm writing AI copy. So that's just try not to use them too much. That's just my advice for right now because AI is just like dramatically overusing them. I've just tended to be like, I'm going to there's different, M dashes is just like it's another way to end a sentence or carry on a sentence or do whatever. Like I actually don't even know the actual grammatical law and the rule for how to use them properly. I just use it. And now what do I do instead? I use ellipses more, 3 dots, ... I use a hyphen more instead of an M dash. Not a whole lot, but I'll use a hard stop, a period. I'll use parentheses more. There's just different ways that I get around doing it. So, yeah. Queen Abena. Queen. Okay, what's up, Queen? How do you price your services and actually receive payment? Okay, 2 questions there. How do I price? And then how do I actually receive payment? I'll tackle the easy one first. How do you actually receive payment? So many ways. I've received payments from e-transfer, from PayPal, from Payoneer, from Wise, from credit card through Bonsai invoicing. Wise, which used to be called TransferWise, is probably one of the easiest international ways if you're having difficulty getting payment. But there's lots of ways. Probably the easiest ones overall are PayPal and Wise. Wise has slightly better fees than PayPal. Stripe, you can use Stripe. Lots and lots of different ways. Those are all the ways. And what I recommend is like try to make your invoice look kind of professional. One thing that I did my first year was I paid for Hello Bonsai, which is an invoicing software for like $25 a month. And this would create professional looking invoices. And it would also give them a way to pay by PayPal or credit card just like really easily, like e-commerce. And it would send up reminder invoices if they weren't paying on time. It would send an automatic email say like, hey, your payment is overdue by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 20 days, whatever. Instead of me having to be the one to email. And they could just do it right through the software. But yeah, probably the easiest ones to start with would be like Stripe, Wise, PayPal. And just start there. And if that doesn't work, go check out the other ones. How do I price my services? That's the other question. This is a trickier one. So how to price your services completely depends on the impact of your copy. So yeah, that is how you should actually price your services. So what do you mean the impact of your copy, Brandon? What the heck are you talking about? And how do you even still know how to price it? You need to price according to what kind of results your copy is going to get. For instance, if you're going to go after a sales page and a client has a sales page that generates $1 million in a year, you write a new sales page and now that new sales page generates 1.5 million and you're making an extra $500,000 for that business owner, you should be paid quite a bit of money. You should be paid at least 10% of that revenue you generated, which means you're making $50,000 to $100,000 probably. You can make up to 20% in some cases off that sales page. So $50,000 to $100,000 should probably be your fee if you generated someone $500,000 in sales for their sales page. $50,000 to $100,000. Now, what about some sales page that's generating $10,000 a month and that you generated an extra $5,000 because you just increased by 50%? Well, how much of the $5,000 are they going to pay you? I don't know, $500, maybe $1,000. So part of how you price, the first thing is how much revenue is your client making? Because when you put copy into a big business, you get big results, which means you should get paid bigger. And also, when you put copy into a small business and you get smaller results, even if your copy is the exact same, you're going to get less money. This is a really good lesson in making sure you target high paying clients who have lots of money in their business. Like, go after companies who have at least 20,000 at the low end to like $100,000 in monthly revenue as a beginner when you're brand new. That's the range I would aim for. Because if you go after a company who has at least 20,000, well, at least there's probably gonna be like 500 to 1,000 there for you every month. And if they're making 100K, this is where you can start making 2, 3, 4, 5. I've made up to $8,300 a month, $8,000 from one client because they were actually making 6 figures per year or per month. They were $1 million a year business. So they could afford me. Paying that a few $1,000s is like paying a few $100s if you're making 10K a month. So the guys making 100K a month in revenue, they have no problem paying a few $1,000s. So a lot of how you price is how much revenue is this business making? But it's not just like, oh, we can go scam them out of more money because they're just making more money. That's not at all what I'm saying. When they're making that much more money, it means their business is that much bigger. So when your copy is plugged into that business, it's going to go way further than a small business. But you still deserve to be paid for the results. So you get to get paid for the results you get. That's what it comes down to. Now, as a blanket statement, like, how do you get started as a beginner? Like, what are some like numbers? If I was starting out from scratch, brand new, I would be willing to work for free or cheap, but I would still probably go for the money if I could. Let's just say I write emails and I'm starting from scratch. I would probably price my per email rate at like $50 to $100 as a beginner. So what that means is, and this is just like rough guidelines. I'm not going to tell you go charge this amount of money. You got to go find out how much the business is making in revenue and exactly what they need from you. If they just want 4 emails a month in a Google Doc, that's going to be a lot different than them saying we want daily emails and you to manage all of our email marketing and do all the scheduling and A/B testing and all the things. You should charge 2 different amounts of money for 2 different services because that's one's here and this one's here. But if I'm starting out with a client and I'm a complete beginner, I'll probably charge like $50 to $100 per email. So if I land a client for 4 emails a month, a weekly email at $100 per email, I'll probably charge $400 as a complete beginner. But as you get better and get more results, you can charge more. If I found out a business is making over $100,000 a month in revenue, there's no way anything I do for them is going to be less than $1,000 a month, even if it's just 4 emails a month. So my rate goes now up to $250 per email. So it's just, a lot of this is contextual to the business's revenue and also what you're offering. So I usually like to offer 3 different packages and pricing: package A, B, and C, low, middle, high. So there's a couple options when you present to them. And with each one, I offer more or less. And so you're just more likely to land on something if you present a couple offers. So anyways, I'm super hungry. I need to go eat lots of broccoli because I'm working on losing some weight and getting fit and stuff. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate all your questions. If you have any other questions, just reach out in the DMs. If you want more help, go look at all my videos on YouTube and like free help, go through all that. Go on my newsletter, go do all the stuff. If you want paid help, go click my link in bio. I have a 30-day copywriter course. It's $22. It will teach you copywriting from scratch. It is the easiest copywriting course on earth. It is the cheapest copywriting course on the earth for $22. It is the only copywriting course on earth that has a 365-day money-back guarantee, which means you could buy it today for just $22. And in 1 year, August 8th, 2026, if you said, Brandon, this course sucks, this is crap, I want my money back, I'll say, no problem, I've already refunded you. So it's the lowest risk course, and it will teach you whether you're a complete beginner or if you're not making $1,000 a month yet, go get the course. Go through it. Go refine your copy skills. I specifically go into sales pages and emails in the course. If you're interested in learning either one of those 2 things, I specifically dive into those the most, but you can take this course and go write any kind of copy. And if you want even more help, I offer one-on-one coaching. You can just DM me. But there you go. Thank you guys for coming on. It's been fun, and we'll have to do it again. I think what we're gonna do next week, I think I'm gonna do a live stream where I actually review some copy live for free, which is what I normally offer in my one-on-one coaching, where people will pay me thousands of dollars for. You're gonna get for free probably next week. So just stay tuned on YouTube primarily, If you see me going live, like pretty good odds I'm going to be reviewing some copy live. So if you want some copy reviewed for free, which is something I normally don't do, just stay tuned and show up to the stream, and I'll literally like put it on the screen. You'll see the copy, you'll see me, and I'm just going to say, here's what they're doing right, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you should optimize, here's what you should improve. Okay, one final question just came in. Muji, how can I crack a sales call while in a third world country as I have not a good accent as the first world country? So hopefully you were listening earlier, hopefully you were here earlier when I actually was explaining the whole should you do and how should you approach landing English speaking clients as a non-native English speaker. Don't worry too much about the sales call and your accent and your spoken English. Yes, that's important, and yes, it can make a difference. But for you, the most important thing that you get right is how to write written copy. Your written English and your written copy needs to sound native, or at least fluent enough. And so make sure when you're writing copy, like if your English isn't there yet at like the C1 or C3 level, I forget exactly what it's called, but like basically you should be fluent English if you're gonna land native English clients. Like you gotta be good. You gotta know how to write English, and it's more important to know how to write English well than to speak it well out loud. If you have an accent, it's not the most important thing, but you got to write good copy. And so you need to make sure your copy is written good. Use spell check, use Grammarly, speak your copy out loud if you're written in. Go to ChatGPT and Grok and tell you to give it feedback on the writing if it doesn't sound native English. Tell it to give you line by line feedback. Don't just plug it in and say, make this sound native English and take what they give you. Tell them to give you line by line feedback to improve any non-native English sounding lines. And like, go get an English teacher, go through English program, go get an English coach, go speak to English speaking people all day long, native English speakers as much as you can. Go watch all of your YouTube, Netflix, whatever you're doing, all in English, and just inundate yourself and learn copy and English at the same time. And that is how you're going to break through. There's plenty of non-native English speaker copywriters, people who don't speak English as their first language, who are crushing it, making over 10K a month. So it's possible. But you got to get the work in. You got to get better at writing English. And like, as far as like don't get me wrong. If you have a very strong accent on a call, it's going to be harder to understand what you're saying. So go practice speaking English with native English speakers. One-on-one coach, VIP kid, and I think Cambly, or I don't know if it's called Cambly. I don't know. There's another app you can use to like learn English and talk with like English coaches and English teachers and get help. So that would be one way I'd suggest getting practice. But again, I'm not an English teacher. I'm not a speaking English coach. I'm a copywriter. I'm a copywriting coach. So those are just some tips to get better. So if you guys have any more questions, just DM me and go get my course. It's only $22. Get started, learn copywriting in 30 days for just $22. Okay, peace.